I'm Mary Pepino, and welcome to Fit4You, the show that teaches you how to live a healthier and more fit lifestyle. Today may be the most special show we have ever done. We're dedicating it to the military and their families that work so hard so we have the freedom to live the lives that we live. I have a very special guest that I'm very excited to introduce to you, Dr. Joseph F. Yurich, and he will give you his story and his participation in the military in a few minutes. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. I am truly honored to introduce you to my friend, one of the finest surgeons I know, and a gentleman who can kick my rear end when it comes to fitness. He's truly the complete package, Dr. Joseph F. Yurich. Doctor, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to have you.
Mary, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here with you.
Well, you know, when we were preparing, and I've known you for a while, but as I was learning more about your background, it just gets more and more impressive. So let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
Went to Cardinal Mooney, so you're a local boy, so to speak. You're, a young man, gentleman, did it all here in Youngstown, Ohio. Went to Mooney, played football.
Yes.
Worked out a lot?
Yes.
How was the diet when you were playing football?
Horrible.
Really?
Back then, when I was younger, I could eat what I wanted, but focused in on a lot of lean meats and vegetables and things like that.
Did you find that high school athletics spent a lot more time on the physical activity and not maybe as much as they could have? I think it's a general problem on the nutritional side of things.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was more stress on the weight room and working out versus what you put in.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, you went to YSU, and tell us how YSU, and I call it Neo-UCOM, but give us the correct pronunciation.
Sure. Well, it's Neo-Med now, but I did 2 years at YSU, got my bachelor's degree. We did a lot of classes all through the summer, all year round, and it was hard to kind of focus in on working out, but it was important to try to keep up with that during college and maintain that physical fitness while you were going through your education. And then 4 years of med school at Neo-Med, and then from there 5 years of surgical residency.
Now, where did you do your residency?
I trained at St. Elizabeth's, downtown Youngstown, at their surgery program.
And now what I think is a very, very cool part, and viewers, this is, really, it touches my heart. When we were talking last night, I got a tear in my eye. So 9/11 happened.
Sure.
And really had an impact on you. Tell us what happened with 9/11.
I remember the exact day. I was a second-year med student, and we were in a pathology lecture, and everything had happened, and nobody really knew what was going on. It was kind of that day that shaped and motivated me to, in my 4th year of med school, join the military, because once I figured out I wanted to be a surgeon, I felt that was the best way that I can contribute to what was going on and do my part as a citizen.
And so they told you, they let you finish out your residency.
Sure. I was commissioned in 2004 as a captain. I was able to finish my residency, and then once I finished my residency, I was activated for deployments in the reserves.
Now, you came out of your residency and opened a private practice, right?
Yes, yes.
Practice for 3 months.
For 3 months, and
then?
I received a phone call, and it's kind of a shocking phone call, because you always have in the back of your mind that you're ready to go whenever, and part of that being ready in the Army is being physically fit, mentally ready, and having your equipment and everything ready. So, you don't want to be surprised, and receive that phone call, and once you get over the initial shock and get your head in the game, and you're ready to go and do your part.
And you went over to Iraq.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were there for 4 months.
I was there for 4 months in 2009. Made it home safe.
Well, but you had a little issue, I think, during your time there, because you were right on the front line. You did get hit, right?
We did. Our bases would get mortared and rocketed, and it's not a fun thing to experience, but definitely something, and that's kind of shaped your life, makes you appreciate things here a little more, and kind of motivates you. We're fortunate to be able to take care of the soldiers over there. It's truly a wonderful thing to care for our soldiers.
That's fantastic. And then you went back again in
2010.
Okay.
2011.
Last year.
Yeah,
We're
last
in
year.
12.
Yes.
Yeah, the time flies, doesn't it?
Last year at this time I was over in Iraq, finishing up. We were some of the last doctors to be there, closing down our units in northern Iraq and getting everything ready for the reconstruction teams to come in and finish their job there. So.
And through all of this, you manage to maintain a very physically fit body, which I think is very important to your
Sure.
to be able to accomplish everything you do. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, and there's times, you know, where your weight will fluctuate. I think the Army has kept me focused on trying to maintain and having in the back of my mind as a motivation to keep yourself fit, watch what you eat, and keep yourself healthy for those deployments, because you're constantly doing things and you have to be ready to be active and carry your gear and be able to maintain that physical fitness.
I want everyone to understand how valuable and special this personal training session is going to be, because to get a personal training session with Dr. Yurich is probably almost unheard of with the time constraints. Your medical background, your physical fitness expertise, all kidding aside, it really is an honor to be here working out with you. And I know I'm not going to be able to keep up with some of the things you do, but we're going to try.
That's all right. Remember what I told you, it's all about trying. Working on your form. Form is big for everything, and working from the ground up. I'm still making improvements every day. So, and I have good days and bad days, good weeks and bad weeks. So just have fun, smile. I think it's the opposite. I think I'm lucky to be here with you.
Oh,
you're
thank you.
a great fitness person.
You touched on something. Please tell the viewers how important it is. Form, form, form. Not weight, not how
Sure.
fast.
And not even how many repetitions. Form is important for two reasons. You don't want to hurt yourself, first of all. So a good technique focuses on the right muscle groups, and it also, you're doing the exercise right. So you get the most benefit from doing the best form. So form, number one, don't hurt yourself. Number two, get the best benefit for the repetitions you do.
And that's what I try to tell people, because everybody, as you know better than anyone, has time constraints.
Yes.
But you could do 100 of something. If you're not doing it right, you could do 10 of something and get so much more out of it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Well, let's start with something very simple, a basic push-up. You can get a couple extra reps in.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, and so it's, again, all about good form. There's no reason to, you know, do them quick and just nice form, and you get the full range of motion, and it works every muscle group.
Show us some different hand
Sure.
positions.
So, you know, what I'll do is I'll start off with a set. I'll do regular push-ups. Take a 30-second breather, and then go into something like a wide
Now, are
grip.
you drinking water or anything while you're working out?
I have a bottle of water with me. Whenever I feel the need, just make sure you keep hydrated.
Okay.
And so
now, are you wider
Yes.
on purpose now?
Yes. So
Okay.
we're really going to do a wide grip push-up, and that's going to work just a little bit different on the pec muscle. So you're kind of
Pec
going
being
down.
the chest.
Yes. And you're going down. And
That's
full range of motion.
fantastic. And this is really important for women because it will help them to have it does pull up the chest area.
Correct.
So a lot of the times, and especially as we get older, naturally, gravity pulls us down.
Absolutely. And it'll help tighten up here to give a natural lift and really work on the shoulders too.
Your arms and shoulders are amazing. No supplements, right?
No, I don't take anything.
Just natural food.
Yeah.
Do you take a vitamin?
Nope. Probably should take a vitamin. A multivitamin is very good for you. If you're going to do anything, that's probably the best thing to do is a multivitamin.
But that's it.
Yep. You don't need to get into all those supplements. I don't think it's going to hurt you, but I don't think it's going to benefit you rather than eating well and focusing in on good techniques.
I try to, my philosophy has always been, if you can eat the natural food,
Yep.
you're so much better off because a supplement's man-made.
Absolutely.
So they have to process it somehow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, we want to work our triceps a little bit.
Okay.
So we're going to do a diamond grip, and these are hard.
I've never done these.
So what you can do is there's different variations to cheat. If you want to do a full one, you put your hands together and almost form a diamond.
Okay, now just the 4 fingers.
Yeah, and if you want to separate a little bit, you can still get the same workout, but it's a little easier.
Oh no, I'm trying it with the way you're doing it.
This one, you want your chest right over your hands.
All right, now what about my feet? How far apart?
About
How
the same.
wide?
About the same.
Okay.
And then when you go down, you want to keep your elbows in on this one, okay? So you're down and up.
Oh my God, it's a killer. Oh my God.
You're doing real good, and that's going to work your tricep.
And I'm trying to hold in my abdominal muscles whenever I'm doing anything.
Absolutely.
Especially this, and that's a killer. Awesome. I'll tell you what, I really felt that in my core too.
Yeah, you can feel it through here.
Yeah.
So these are simple things you can do at home. And when you're done, you actually feel like, oh, I really did something. And you really get a burn on the outside on your triceps.
Now, when you do your push-ups, do you do all variations the same night, or do you maybe change it around?
I usually
3 to 4 nights a week,
yeah,
right?
3 to 4 nights a week, and I try to do all the exercises, all the different variations.
That's another thing. When you look at how fabulous you look, it's not 7 days a week.
No, I can't. I wish I could. but
Yeah.
But remember, it's a work in progress. It can always look better. It can always be worse. So you want to just keep focused and focus on technique. Try to have a little fun with it too.
How long are your workouts? I know you work out at night.
Probably about 45 minutes.
Okay.
By the time I run, 45 minutes to an hour. By the time I run, and then depending on how I feel with doing the different exercises, probably about 45 minutes.
Now you run about half hour?
Half hour.
Okay.
Intervals, run, jog for about a mile, mile and a half. And then I like to do sprints. That helps with your cardiovascular, with your endurance, and things like that.
See, now I'll run for 50 minutes, but I got to probably put the sprints in because I'm not good at stop-start.
Absolutely, and that'll help you when we start training you for Tough Mudders.
Okay. All right.
Very good.
Next.
So we've done our push-up routines, and there's numerous exercises. There's close grips. We did wide grips. If you get better, you can do one arms, things like that. But keep it simple. So there's 3 variations, and you do a couple sets with 30 to 40 reps, and you're feeling good. Your shoulders are feeling good, and you're tired.
That's fantastic.
So it's a good burnout.
Yes. And you're getting so much of the body is getting worked.
Yeah.
At one time. That's what's the key.
Very, very key. That you're doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
All right, now for the difficult stuff.
Okay.
We still have to do abs and stuff, but I want to do a little bit of pull-ups. I think this is a great exercise. This is one that's very, very difficult if you've never done them. So there's certain ways to put your chair to take tension off your upper body so that you can do the reps. Even if you can do 5 to start with and just keep building. When I first started doing these, I couldn't do 1.
5 is a lot, yeah.
When I first started doing these, I couldn't do 1. And you know, I'm at a decent level now, but there's certain goals I set and where I want to be. So I'll show you some different grips, and these are really good for your upper body, good for your core.
Now, and this would include, because people think, oh, you know, they're in a whole different league. I mean, if you're 60 or 70 years old, you can start doing
Absolutely.
this. And just do it, you know, you might, like you're going to show how they can get a little, you know, assistance so that they're not doing it, you know, it's like impossible for them and build up to it.
Absolutely. I tell you what was one of my motivating factors. On one of my deployments, a couple of the docs that were with us were a little bit older, in their 60s. And they were in the military for all good reasons because they were established in their careers and they wanted to do something different. And these guys were in great shape. And here was I at 30 and they were doing stuff that I could do. And I said, man, this is a motivating factor. So it doesn't matter how old you are. It's a number, and if you work at it, you can do it.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So we'll start with just a regular pull-up.
Okay.
And there's variations. You don't need a fancy bar. They sell some bars in the stores that you can hang on the door frames. And you know, they're about $30. That's a good way to get started. That's all I use at home. And there's different grips to change your hand styles on it.
Perfect. We're gonna turn you this way,
Yeah,
so
this way?
we can watch you. We want you facing this way.
All right, so we'll start off with just doing regular ones.
Okay.
Okay, so the idea behind these is, again, you want to be able to get just make sure I don't hit my head. You want to be able to get the full range of motion. You can cheat on these, but you're not going to get the maximum benefit. So.
Now, you're blowing out when you go up,
Yeah.
Inhale when you're down. Blow it out, inhale. Look at those arms and shoulders.